Guys, part 3. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Dan Ginsberg. I'm the owner of Double Reality Gallery LA. We have also a location in Moscow and another one in the outskirts of the country of Russia called Double Reality Gallery Tunnel. And these are AR VR galleries that I actually teach people how to build. By the way, guys, join our Facebook group, Imagination Expanding Academy, where I have a ton load of resources of everything that you would need to launch your own AR VR space. But if you're not ready for that and you just want to expand your pictures into these kinds of experiences, then this is the right video for you. However, our group is the ultimate toolkit to take your idea much further and actually build an exhibition that will encompass everything we talk about today. Once you tell them about the physical painting, then you tell them, well, would you like to experience it in virtual reality and actually end up inside of this painting in VR? So that is completely, totally different because now you have a chance to become immersed in this artwork. Okay, so they put on the headset. Now they're inside the painting. They're literally inside of it, and they are part of it. They can expand it. They can make it smaller. They can travel. They can see things. They can walk through things, right? And so it becomes a journey. You're not just looking at stationary art anymore.
And we accomplished that with Google Tilt Brush. Everything that you see here right now was drawn using Google Tilt Brush, and it was made in VR. Now you also see pictures. These are the 12 main saints of the Orthodox Christian religion. But what's even more important is that you can place image files into your sketch. Now, if you're an artist, this is huge because that means that you can literally draw a virtual reality gallery, take pictures of all of your art, and then do a VR exhibition of all of your art. Now, think about this. What if I was the person who actually drew this house? And then I sold the painting. But then with the painting, I also sold the VR experience. And so now every person who bought it would be able to not just hang it up on the wall, but they would be able to enjoy the VR version of this picture and end up in it. Now, think about how much of an advantage that is over other artists who don't have a VR component to their art. Having this additional medium would place you so much above all of your competition. Because very soon, if your art doesn't have VR to it, then it's simply not going to be as valuable. Now, what you're seeing is part of our NFT launch. So we will sell the video of the house, and with that, we will include the Tilt Brush sketch file and the Tilt Brush export file. So everyone who buys it will automatically be able to have this sketch that they can download into their VR headset and they can enjoy in VR. And so with one purchase, you're getting not just something you can show on a projector or a TV or a screen of your phone, you get to have a house in VR that you can live in. You can literally wake up in this bed and start your day in VR. So that's just one example. But moreover, if you have a sketch, that means that you can draw in it. So you can add your own additions to this sketch because you have the sketch file and the export GLB, which I will show you right now. But before we move on, just a quick clarification. Don't forget that NFTs can be any form of digital assets. So it could be a picture, a video, a tilt brush file, GLB file, Unity file, anything that is digital that could be uploaded and transferred. So how do we get the sketch and the export files? I personally have a Mac and I'm using Oculus Quest 2. So for that, I use SideQuest. SideQuest is super useful. All you do is just plug in your headset, you open SideQuest, and now you have full access to everything that is on your headset. So as you can see, it shows that my headset is plugged in. I go to Files, and then I scroll down to Tilt Brush, and then I go to Sketches. I pick out the sketch that I want. In this case, it's the snow home, and I save it on my computer. And you're done. That's it. This is your NFT that now you can sell separately or include with the purchase of your main collection. But here's an important thing to note. In order for customers to actually check out your sketch, they have to do several things. First, they have to have a VR headset. Then they have to download Tilt Brush. Then they have to download SideQuest. After they would take the Tilt Brush file, sketch file, that you send them or that they purchase, and they have to drag it into the folder that you see right here. Only then they disconnect the headset from the computer, they go open Tilt Brush, and they will see that sketch in their Tilt Brush app in their headset. However, if your sketch has pictures, those pictures will not transfer over. Those pictures will just be black squares in the sketch when they look at it in VR. So to battle that, you have to export the file. And here's how you do it. You go back to the Tilt Brush folder, you click Exports, and you do the same thing. You just simply save it to your computer. But now notice that when I'm going to open that folder, it's going to contain the GLB file, and it's going to contain all the pictures. So this is the GLB, here's all the media. But it doesn't quite end there, because now they have to upload the media into their media folder, and that can be easily done. If you go back into Tilt Brush, you will see that there is a media folder. And when you click on the media folder, you simply just drag those images into here, and now they end up on your headset. So now when you open the sketch, then you will be able to position them where they are supposed to be. Only then can the purchaser enjoy your sketch with all the media in it, just how you created it. One of my collections includes a Tilt Brush sketch with empty walls, so that way the purchaser can take their own NFTs or their own art and place it in the sketch however they want. Now, if you plan to have your own space where you exhibit your artwork in virtual reality, such as what you're looking at right now, which is Double Reality Gallery Moscow, which is literally a bedroom, guys. It's nothing more than a bedroom. Then none of what I just said matters, because you just give them the headset, which already has the sketch and all the artwork loaded up into it. This only matters if you try to sell your sketch as NFTs or add it to your collection as part of the purchase. And here is another cool thing worth mentioning. So the way I created this wall is that I took an image of the wall in Hermitage, placed it into my sketch, and then traced it. Now, this is a really cool way to animate your paintings or your art and your artwork with Tilt Brush, because Tilt Brush has a lot of animated brushes that move, and with their help you can turn your painting into something very interesting. And then you end up with four things. You end up with the VR sketch, which is an NFT of its own. You can record a video of it and now put it into Artivive, so the video becomes another NFT. Artivive becomes another experience. Then you can place the VR sketch into the AR, as we will talk about later, and show it in any space. Okay, so a couple of important things to mention about the Tilt Brush and VR. So Oculus Quest 2 is a wireless headset and as is, it does not have camera paths. You need to have a more powerful headset or connect your headset to a PC in order to create camera paths. Camera paths are extremely important if you're trying to make animations out of your sketches to then sell or to use with Artivive. If you don't have camera paths, that's fine, because in our Facebook group Imagination Expanding Academy, you can simply post about looking for someone to create camera paths for your sketch, and people will respond to you. I personally hired from our group several times to do camera paths or other projects that I don't have the software or the hardware for, and it worked out perfectly. Our group is perfect for finding the professionals you need and for collaborations when it comes to AR, XR, VR, and animations. There is also multi-brush. I absolutely love multi-brush because it has more brushes, it has rebrush function, it has double mirror, it has so many really cool, awesome tools that Tilt Brush doesn't have. However, here's the thing. If you would want someone to see your multi-brush sketch, they have to download multi-brush from the App Store. If you download Tilt Brush, multi-brush is free, so it doesn't really make a difference. But if they attempt to open your multi-brush sketch out of Tilt Brush will erase all of the multi-brush brushes, and you will end up with a corrupt sketch. So keep that in mind. That's very important. What is really cool about Tilt Brush is that everything can become very, very big or very, very small. So that's how people create worlds in just hours. And this right here, the whole sketch was the whole entire village is actually very small. But then when you expand it, then you're able to make it life size. You can also go from VR to canvas, where you draw what you drew in VR on canvas, make a 2D picture of it, and sell it as an NFT. But when you go the other way, from canvas to VR, be very selective, because what works best are pictures that have depth of field rather than just flat images, because that way there is simply more to explore in VR or more to film. In Los Angeles, we do have classes on how to draw in VR. If you just go on Eventbrite and you type in Learn to Draw in VR, you will see our event pop up. Then you simply click on it. There you will see that it lasts 2 hours. The price is $100. And a quick description on what to expect from the event. It happens at the Double Reality Gallery, Los Angeles. Then you just pick a date that works best for you, and a calendar is going to drop down. You pick an event, a date that works, and go to checkout. Then you will simply proceed to payment, and it shows up in my calendar that you are scheduled to come for your master class, in which you will literally learn every single function of Tilt Brush and multi-brush. We do have remote classes available. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. In the next part, we will talk about how to take your Tilt Brush sketch and turn it into augmented reality.